Hi, I'm Sarah and you are watching Can Sarah DIY It. It's really early in the morning and I am preparing for a balloon installation, and I thought that it might be fun for you to see me put together the garland, like the base, and then the bungees that I'm gonna use, and then I'll film me putting in the installation so that you can see start to finish my process. So I am going to let you watch me work. It is early in the morning, no makeup or anything, so don't mind me. Oh, and my little sister, my baby sister, I used to change her diapers. She's 12 years younger than me. My daughter and her cousins all call her Aunt Mimi. She lives in Cyprus and she got me this like super cool sweatsuit. So I am like basically wearing a blanket and I'm never taking it off. She came over last night and we were playing with polymer clay because I'm trying to get really good at it so I can do a video for you awesome people. It's hard. It's not hard. It's not hard to do things with polymer clay. It's hard to do the really intricate little awesome details, and that's what I'm trying to perfect. So anyway, you can look forward to a video. I don't know when it's gonna come out because I'm practicing. Anyway, so I'm gonna get into building this garland. You can see behind me, the theme is black, white, and gray. It's for a 7-year-old's birthday, and guess what? It's a DJ theme, and I found these balloons in my stash. How cute! Okay, so the mom who hired me doesn't know. She is one of those cool moms who's like, I trust you, my favorite type of client. Yes, just let me do my thing. Trust me, I'm gonna make it epic. So she's gonna be thrilled. I'm doing a garland on the outside of the house, which I'm gonna film, and then I'm doing a bunch of stuff in her basement for the actual party. All right, so let's get started. So what I'm doing for this particular garland, because I want it to be big, little, I want it to have a really cool organic shape, is I am making clusters, and I am taking 16-inch balloons and 11-inch balloons, and I am clustering them. So I'm taking quads and I'm twisting them together. So 2 quads together, and I'm making a cluster of 8 balloons. And some of them are gonna be just 11-inch balloons or 12-inch balloons, and some of them are going to be mixed with 16-inch balloons. And what you do is you're going to then take a nozzle from inside, okay? And you find a nozzle from inside one of these puppies. It's not over, is it? And then you tie those 2 together. And this is something that you can do instead of, if you watched my other video where I used 2 60s, this is something you can do instead of that. It does take a lot of hand strength, so your hands are gonna hurt, but you build up the strength over time. But see, now I've got this really interesting shape versus just like something straight and perfect. And then I can add on things to that. So yeah, it's kind of cool, kind of fun. So now that I have the large garlands done, I have hair in my mouth. So now that I have my base done, which are those organic garlands, it's still attached to my head, great. So now that I have third time's the charm, now that I have my 3 base garlands done that I can then kind of place as I see fit on the entryway at the home, now I can do my bungees. Bungees are what I'm gonna use to add dimension and shape to my garland once it's up, once it's there. And I used to tie on my smaller clusters of balloons, or I would use glue dots, until I realized that that was torture and took forever. And I can't remember who I saw doing this. I think it was Lakeisha, Designs by Lakeisha. I will link her channel in my description, but I saw her doing these bungees. So she takes a 260, which are, I use Qualatex 260 balloons. They're long, skinny balloons like that, like a balloon animal artist would use. And you take a small cluster. This is 6 5-inch balloons. And again, remember we've talked about you don't need to blow up balloons to 5 inches. So like these are not blown up to 5 inches, right? I actually never blow up balloons to their capacity unless it's a, like an orbs balloon, which are those big round balloons. So I have the musical note balloons, I have the 260, or I'm sorry, I have the little baby balloons. We call them little baby balloons, okay? So if you hear me say that, I'm referring to the 5-inch balloons. So I'm gonna just take one end of the 260 and I'm just gonna tie it into the center of that musical balloon cluster. And then I have this, and now when I go to my setup, I have this ready to go. I can pull this out of one of my bags, which I'm gonna pack, and I can just stick it into the garland that I've pre-made, and it's going to add instant dimension to my garland. And I can say, oh, I would like it to be wider at the base. Oh, I would like to have musical notes up at the top. And there we go. Now I've added it and I have it ready made for myself. I've made my life easier. I can do this at home. I still have an hour before I have to leave to go drive to go to the location. So I still have time to do this. And I still have, basically the limitation is what can I fit in my car? So I actually can fit quite a bit in my car, and people are often shocked, but I'll tell you why. It's because of the quality of balloons that I use. I use Qualatex balloons exclusively. And some of my clients actually, shout out to Melissa Busen, she noticed, she was like one of my first clients to notice that the Qualatex balloons are like a lot thicker than a standard balloon. So I can shove those into the back of my car. And I actually have a funny picture of me doing that a neighbor took that I might post here, over here. And I can shove them into my car and like shove them. And they're not gonna pop because they're like really thick, sturdy balloons. And so that's why I can fit so much in my car. I digress. I have recently been diagnosed with ADD as an adult. There's no shame in that, by the way. But it was pretty obvious. Has anybody else been diagnosed with something like that, ADD or ADHD? Because I feel like back in the 80s and the 90s, like my desk was just put at the front of the class. I was not, they weren't like, oh, she maybe has something going on. They were just like, no, you can go to the front of the class because you're disruptive. Nowadays, they're like, well, let's see how we can help you. Back in the day, though, they weren't like, let's help you. They were like, you are in trouble. They were always like, why do you do so well on tests, but you do so poorly in class? Now I know. But, you know, it served me well in a lot of places in my life. I can get a lot done, I'll tell you that much. I can get a lot more done than most folks. So as you can see, hopefully you didn't just see my tush. As you can see, I have blown up a bunch of these 5-inch balloons. I'm bringing my pump, I'm bringing my balloons, I'm bringing all that stuff. Every color, every size, because the mood strikes, you know, I might decide that I really need another 3-foot balloon. And I wanna have everything with me so that I can do what I need to do. But I gotta be out of there by like 10 because my baby has her last soccer game and I'm not gonna miss it. And I also need to do balloons for her, but it's a surprise. Shh. Soccer balloons. I'm gonna do a bunch of soccer balloons for her to take pictures with her and her team. All right, so now look, I have all these bungees and my life is gonna be so much easier when I do my installation. Yay! If you like this video and you want me to do more balloon installations and you want to see more tutorials where I teach more, this isn't as much of a tutorial as I would normally do. Please like this video, comment on this video. That'll tell me that this is a video that you guys appreciate and want me to do more of. And I will comply. You guys are the boss, okay? All right, so I am going to start packing everything up into bags, pack my car up, and I'm probably gonna see what fits in the car. If I can fit more, I'm gonna blow up more. All right, see you